Probably most of you didn't notice one very profound detail in Putin-Biden summit in Geneva. Old globe, carefully placed in between Vladimir Putin and Joe Biden. Most likely globe was there before meeting of two world leaders, and was left to serve as solid, charming and meaningful detail in overall frame. At the same time, globe deserves a very special attention as it has some important symbolism. Meeting and negotiation of leaders of two global powerhouses took place in Villa-Lagrange in the city of Geneva, Switzerland. The very discussion took place in Villa's library, which according to the experts is the best library in the world. It has most famous and valuable works from 20th centuries. Along with numerous books, the library also has globe, made in 1833. While it seems there is nothing special about it, just need to remind ourselves how the world used to be back in 1833. The world at that time used to look like that. Yellow is US in 1833. Biggest part of territories was annexed as a result of trade and fraud of local Indians. It means the very states weren't even formed yet. First ones, 23 out of today's 50, were located only in this particular territory, which you can see in the picture. Besides, US in 1833 was without Alaska, which at that time was part of Russian Empire. Russians also had military strongholds in California and Oregon. Only in 1867 Russian Alaska was sold to the United States. Furthermore, after 1833, territories of today's US economical strongholds, Texas and California, were either bought, either captured. It is clear in 1833 US economically, geographically and politically were far from that might that they have in modern day world. Back then, they were far from being #1 powerhouse in the world. So what about Russia? At that period of time, Russians were in the best form in history. By crushing down Napoleon, Russian Empire became absolute and questionable leader in Europe and the world. For better understanding the might of the empire, USSR was smaller than Russian Empire in that historical period of time. For example, Russia not only had Alaska, but part of Poland, Finland, and even Sweden. It was an unimaginable gigantic empire, and US had no chance to compete with it, neither economically, neither military. It is funny, because exactly that moment is showed on the globe, standing between leaders of US and Russia. What it's supposed to mean? Is it some sort of trolling? Maybe future predictions? Of course not. It's just a coincidence, but funny and interesting one. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell.